Hi everyone, and welcome to day one of our 14-day training. So today I just want to talk to you guys about your why. It's something that is so vital for your success in this business and something that will either make or break you running this business, because let's be real, you are now the CEO of your own company. You are not just a Team Beachbody coach. You have your own company in the palm of your hand, and it's up to you guys to decide what to do with it. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys about your why. Your why is something that's going to keep you grounded in this business. Of course, we have whys for our fitness goals, but we also need to have whys for our business as well. So for me, I got started as a coach because I was sick of feeling sick and tired. I was sick of being, plagued by autoimmune disease. If you don't know me, I have celiac disease, which means I can't eat gluten. It makes me so sick. I actually have a rare form of it. 1 in every 1% of celiacs have it, and I do. So that's something that could have totally broken me down, but instead I realized, you know what? I need to turn my mess into a message. I also have psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis, 2 other autoimmune diseases, and I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I have a whole slew of things that I could use as excuses to hold me back in this business and in life. But instead, I told myself, you know what? Let's turn my mess into a message and help me inspire others. So I got started as a coach and a challenger, just, because I was sick of feeling sick and tired. I was sick of sleeping 18 hours a day, so miserable. I was sick of going out and literally feeling so sick that I would beg to go home with my boyfriend. I'd be like, can we just go home? I don't feel well. I remember going to the mall, passing out. I remember just feeling so sick, and I knew I didn't want anyone else to feel that way. I remember one day thinking, you know what, before I was diagnosed, doctors didn't know what was wrong with me, and I went over 18 years without being diagnosed. I've literally been sick my entire life. My parents had no idea what was wrong with me as a baby. I was just always riddled with stomach pain and not feeling well. So I decided enough was enough at age 18, and I sought out a doctor on my own, and I literally went to her and I said, you know what, I don't know who you are, but I really hope you're going to be able to help me. I think I have celiac disease. Can you please test me? And she looked at me like I was crazy and said, you don't have that. But she tested me anyways, and for that I'm thankful for. For years we used to beg my doctors to test me for it, and no one would. So I remember thinking back in high school, I used to think in my room at night, and I would cry. Makes me upset talking about it, but I used to cry thinking, you know what if when the doctors find out what was wrong with me, that it would be too late, that they couldn't save me? Maybe they wouldn't know what was wrong with me, what was wrong. It was a miracle if I went through 5 days of school as a child. Literally, my mom would celebrate with me if I went through an entire week at school. I'm lucky my mom worked from home in daycare, or else she probably would have gotten fired for being out so much or going to get me from school. So with that, I started this business as an autoimmune disease warrior. I knew that, I had something to share with this world, and that it was up to me to do so. No one else is going to get my story out there unless I do. You need to be your own biggest advocate, okay? Whether it's with the autoimmune disease or just in life in general. I decided to turn that into my why. So my why is, I don't want anyone else to feel that way and have anyone else riddled with autoimmune disease or suffering from anything that they're unsure about. I don't want anyone else to feel sick and tired of living life. I don't want anyone else to feel so miserable that they didn't want to leave the house. I don't want anyone to feel as depressed as I was because of how sick I was. I was sick and tired of my life, and I decided to make a change. So I want that was my why. I want the world to know that. I want to share that with others. So for this business, that's what I went into this business thinking, that must be my why for this business. But let's be real, my why is more than that. It depends. What motivates you to do more and be more? Think of that. What would motivate you to help more people and change more lives? What would help you just dive in and know that this business is in the palm of your hands and that you can either make it or break it? It's up to you. No one else can do the work but you. So use your why to really share your story, define how you're going to get to those goals you set, and just dig deep, guys. So for me now, my why, of course, is about helping others, like I said before, but I have a why in this business as well. I have a business why. I'm sick of living paycheck to paycheck. I was sick of, worrying how much my next check was going to be. I was sick of just living, a corporate life. I was in retail, and I hated my job, guys. hated to a T. I was so miserable there. I used to wait by the phone hoping to get called out of work. I didn't feel well there some days because of my autoimmune disease, and they didn't care. I couldn't have days off. I couldn't call in sick. I would get yelled at. I was sick of living my life on other people's terms. So for me, freedom and financial freedom was something I wanted. I was sick of making $8.50 an hour for giving up my life. I was missing out on graduation parties. I was missing out on family events. I was missing out on life, I felt like. I was sick of, giving my summer and my time away for money that, didn't even define my worth. I was getting $8.50 an hour. Like, really? I should be making more than that due to, my skills. I'm in college. I'm actually about to be graduating real soon. So I know I'm worth more than that. And my time is valuable, and yours is too. Do you guys want to be there for when you have children, or if you already do you want to be there for them at school events? Do you want to be able to live a life on your terms? Maybe work part-time at your job currently instead of full-time and busting your butt for not getting, what you deserve. I want you guys to think, what do you want out of life if money wasn't an option? For me, I know I want to be able to stay home with kids someday when I have kids. I know I want to be able to be there for my family, be there for my friends. I just want to be able to live life on my own terms, and I know that is possible with this opportunity. I have just been able to go part-time in my daycare full-time job. Currently, I was working, 50 hours a week. I was going to school, double the amount of credits a normal student does, and I was getting burnt out. And you know what? This opportunity made it possible. It made it possible for me to work and change others' lives. So with that, I want you guys to dig in. What do you guys want out of life? What do you want to keep you moving in this business? Does money motivate you? Does time freedom motivate you? Does changing lives motivate you? Think. I want you guys to share with us, what is your why? For me, it's I want to live a life that most people can't live because of the time I'm putting in now. I know I'm going to have to sacrifice, but guess what? That's what an entrepreneur does. And you're going to realize it will be worth it. My goal is to be one of the millionaires in the company because guess what? If someone else can do it, there's over 60 in there now. Why not me? Why not me? I joined this business at age 19. I was the youngest one on my team, and I didn't care. I remember going to Summit, our huge event last year, and I was the youngest one there that I knew of, and I couldn't go into the parties because I was under 21. And guess what? I didn't care. I was, of course, bummed, but guess what? I thought of it. I looked at myself and I said, you know what? I am this young and starting my own business. That's something that should be celebrated. So instead, I dug deep with my why, and I went out there and changed more people's lives. So what is your why? For me, it's not letting people having people realize that they have more that they can get out of life. And that they don't have to live a life that they hate, just like I did. So it's up to you guys to find that why and share it with us. We want to hear it. Your coach will keep you going with that why. And of course, your why will evolve over time. Mine has, and yours will too, okay? That's all for now, guys, and happy day one. Be sure to post your takeaways below with the action items listed, okay? Bye, guys.